Now for DIY number one, I'm going to use this pug piercing from Dollar Tree, that round candle holder from Dollar General. We're going to use some bling wrap, our folk art metallic ice blue acrylic paint. And I'm just going to paint my vases, and I'm just going to do a free pour. Now, if you do a free pour, be careful, because a lot of times where your acrylic paint hits your item, it usually leaves a mark, and you can see where the paint was sitting, and it's actually a technique that you have to use to actually cover that up. But I'm going to just paint this whole entire candle holder. Now, one thing I do, I try to always be careful of the strokes that I make on an item so they can have a cohesiveness, and also to make sure I don't leave any of the bristle particles from the paintbrush onto my pieces with the paint. And we're going to do that Pilsner mug the same way as we did that candle holder globe. And I'm just poured my acrylic on, and I'm just painting. And as you can see, there is a method to free pouring as well. Now, once I get these completely coated, I'm going to let them dry, and I'm going to come back and add another coat till I get the desired fullness of the paint on the pieces. Now, it actually took me almost 3-4 coats to get my pieces fully covered, and the color on them is gorgeous. And I have my bling strip, and I cut this one piece with the design, but I pre-cut all of my strips, and we're going to dress this metallic vase centerpiece right up. So what I'm going to do first, I am actually going to layer my bling wrap just straight up on this vase, and I actually cut it enough so that once I attach the top, that one piece will go all the way up to the top to be glued on. It will not stop at the edge of or the bottom of this vase. Now you can see how much I left extra, and I'm going just to continue to add in my hot glue. Now, you don't have to use hot glue. Always use the glue of your choice. Now what you see me doing here is I was cutting my design in on the scripts, and I'm also actually pulling all of my frayed ends off as well, because this is going to be the piece with the design, and I want it to be actually very cut and clean when I place it onto this globe. Now, if you actually cut your bling with a design to it, make sure you get your hot glue right so that it'll stick. And I usually like to do what I call the butterfly on the edges, where I just flip and I run loop to loop on the ends so I can actually make it attach that way. Now I'm going to add those other bling strips all around the top lip of this cylinder for my vase, and I'm just going to add my pieces completely around. Now that we've added in that last piece, this is what the top of this vase is actually looking like. And I'm telling you, this ice blue folk art paint is actually very gorgeous. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually straightening out that bling wrap so I can position that globe on the top of that piercing glass. And I'm just using my hot glue, and again, use whatever glue of your choice. Now this would be a good place to actually add in that E6000, but I am actually putting that bling wrap around it, so that's going to actually give you more security. And I'm making sure that I line this up with that design that's on the facing of that vase. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding bling strip just around the base of the vase and the globe itself as to the point where they connect. And I'm going to just add that bling wrap all the way around. Now, if you're still watching and you're not a part of this Glam Fabulous family, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I do want you to turn on your bell so you'll know every time we do an upload. And also, please share the channel with anyone and everyone that you think may like this content. And here on the Glam Queen of DIY, we do DIYs. We also do tablescape and home decor and renovations. We will still be doing renovations on the channel in the form of DIYs as well. But the majority of your tablescapes and definitely your home decor, you'll have to go over to our other channel, the Decor Lady, to get all of that. And the link for the Decor Lady will be down in our description box. Now we finished that DIY, and you know I still made two, and I'm going to give you a better angle so you can see what this piece looks like. But I'm telling you, that blue and that gold is gorgeous. But I will tell you, if I had to remake these, that blue mixed in with some silver or either some rose gold would be truly fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And if you're liking this DIY, comment number 1 down in the description. 2, also make sure you check out and get the details for the giveaway. DIY number 2 is this round vase centerpiece. I'm using my Walmart large vase and my strips from my bling strips from Hoochi. I'm dropping Hoochi's information down in my description box along with my ordering code link. Make sure you reach out to them and get you some fabulous bling products at a very, very, very affordable price. All that information will be down in my description. Now all I'm doing is I'm lining up, and because this is going to be a very simple DIY, I'm just lining that bottom trim, and I'm using my finger as the guide, but I want to trim out the bottom on this vase. And if you're watching and you're still not a family member of this royal family, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Do make sure you tap that bell twice so you'll be notified every time I upload a video, and that bell will turn blue. Also like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's really appreciated. Now this is what it looks like with that trim on the bottom. Look at that sparkle. Now I'm going to add a trim to the very top of the vase as well. And we're going to just repeat the steps we did in step 1 till we actually cover the top of this vase also. Also, to everyone, please make sure that you get the details for the 5K giveaway. And again, everyone, I truly thank you for your love and support. I could not have made it thus far without you. So make sure you catch the details so you can be entered in that 5K giveaway, and you make sure you have to follow the instructions to the T for that giveaway. Now, I will tell you, these strips of diamond bling from Hoochi, they are some of the strongest material that I have used to work with. And when you place them on an object, they're actually hard to actually even pull off. So please make sure you grab you some of those. Now this is that vase complete with just that little pop of sparkling shine. And if you know me, you know I like symmetry, so we done 2. I hope you enjoyed this DIY. Alright, for DIY number 3, this is a Z Gallery inspired DIY. I'm using that Dollar Tree cylinder, that Dollar Tree candle holder, one of the Dollar Tree rings, and my bling is from BeadPark. I'm going to drop the information for BeadPark down in my description. And I'm using Krylon Ultra Max, and this is Periwinkle Blue. And I'm going to paint these vases. Now the vases are painted, and we're finna start up this DIY. And the first thing I'm going to do is I pre-cut my strips, and I'm going to glue my hot fix sheet to my Dollar Tree napkin ring. Now I'm getting ready to glue that hot fix sheet to that napkin ring, and I'm just layering it on, and I'm just making sure that it doesn't have a gap in it, and just adding a little pressure, and she looks like this. Now for the next part, I'm going to take that 3-row chain from BeadPark, and I want to hot glue it to the well, it's actually the bottom of the cylinder vase, And to everyone, this idea I saw from a fellow content creator, Shawnee on the Spot. I'm going to drop her channel link with that video down in my description. I saw her create one of these and I was like, I am for sure going to make one and I'm going to jazz it up glam girl style. So that is what I'm doing. And after I add the glue, I'm just layering it so I can know how much I need to cut off of this 3-row chain. Now if you consider getting this a try, make sure first you check out Shawnee on the Spot video. Make sure you go over and subscribe to her channel. Let her know the Glam Queen sent you over. She does DIYs, tablescapes, inspirations as well. I promise you, you will not be disappointed by going over to her channel and becoming part of her family. Now I'm just hot gluing this strip all the way on, and just by adding in this 3-row chain, it has already given my piece that glam and wow factor. And make sure if you're watching and you're still not a family member of the Glam Queen of DIY, hit that subscribe button. You need to tap that bell. It'll turn blue and you'll know then every time that I do upload a video. Now we're going to take that hot fix sheet and layer it in the center. And I'm going to still take my E6000. Use the glue of your choice. And I'm just going to glue it down so I can add it to the vase. Now we're going to actually add that hot fix sheet to the vase, and I'm just making sure that I'm eyeballing it and it looks centered to me. And I'm making sure that once I close it up, it still doesn't have a gap in it. And you do this by just keep pressing it together until it just mends and looks like one even piece. And I'm going to let this piece sit and dry for a while, and I've already marked my top as to where I want to add that top piece. So I'm going to take that napkin ring and then I'm going to glue it to that other candle, or it's actually a decor ball is what it is. And to family, if you're still watching and you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the family. We would love to have you. Now if you're liking DIY number 3, drop me a 3 down in the comment and I know which DIY you're loving. Now all we're doing is just adding the hot glue so that I can connect the napkin ring with the decor orb. Now once we get that attached, I'm going to add hot glue to the other side so I can connect it to the bottom of this Dollar Tree cylinder vase. Now if you like this DIY, comment DIY number 3 in the comments. Now that we've attached the pieces together, I'm just adding a little bit pressure to make sure it's gonna hold, and again use the glue of your choice. And this is what this vase is looking like. And if you know your girl, you know I could not do one without doing two, and I did a smaller one and a larger one, and they are truly gorgeous. Alright, for DIY number 4, we're going to make some elegant towels, decorative towels that is, and you're going to need your towels. And I'm using white towels from Walmart. You're going to use your Hobby Lobby beaded gems. And these gems were $19.99. I bought them when they had them buy one get this buy both at 50%. I'm sorry. Then that 3-row chain is from BeadPark, and I'm going to drop the link for this the link for these 3-row chains down in my description box, and the scissors are your choice. Now what I've done, I've already glued down my towel so it can lay flat, and I'm just going to embellish it, and I glued it this way. Now I'm taking that 3-row chain and then this groove on this vase, and I'm using these, they're like the teardrop gems, and I'm finna to actually decorate out the grooved portion of the towel. So I'm going to lay down that 3-row chain, then I'm going to actually hot glue it in. And pay extra careful attention if you replicate this not to burn yourself. I'm also laying a row of that chain on the top portion because I'm going to add these teardrops to the inside of the chains. Now this is what it looks like completed. Now I'm just layering in my gems to get the right look before I actually glue them down. Now that I have them layered in, I'm just going to pick them up and hot glue each piece in. Now, if you're still watching, then you should be able to tell how this decorative towel will look. If you think this will be a DIY you will replicate or that you like it, please drop me a comment in the comment section and put DIY number 4, and I'll know you like it. And 2, make sure you have your notification bell turned on so you'll know every time that the Glam Queen is posting a video. And if you've been rocking with me for a little while, you know I could not stop there. I had to still be a little extra, so I took out some of those square and round gems, and I'm just layering them in and giving myself a very pretty design. And she is coming together with every gem that we put on here. She is looking more gorgeous. Now we're adding in that last gem, and this is what this decorative tile is looking like. Now remember, we do have the hand tile that we're gonna decorate as well, but isn't that gorgeous? Now for the tiles, comment tile number 1 or tile number 2 and let me know which is your favorite. And as you can see, I've already glued this tile down as well. And I'm repeating the process like I did for tile number 1, as I'm still putting in that 3-row chain in the groove of the tile on that top and bottom. So we're going to just get this laid down very easy. And I'm going to put another gem on the inside, except for this is going to be those oval shaped gems. And I'm just gluing them down as I go for this one. Now I also came up with a very cool design in my head to add to this design as well. So we're just going to add those other gems to the bottom portion of this tile. Now this giveaway. Now DIY number 5, I am going to revamp some glam sconces. Now these are my sister's sconces, and I actually painted them. They were in her home and they were black, so I painted them white. Now we're going to revamp them glam girl style. Now the first thing I'm doing, I'm taking that orange bling wrap, and I actually purchased this bling wrap from Amazon. I'm going to leave the links for anything purchased in my description box, but I'm just going to hot glue this bling wrap to the back of the sconce. And because it has a major opening and the bling wrap is not actually wide enough, I'm going to have to cut a second strip, but I'm making sure that wherever the bling can touch a position on the sconce, that I put hot glue there. And to be on the lookout, I'm going to be showing you my sister's home tour from redecorating her house. But you will have to go over to the Decor Lady channel to get that video. And also another reminder, all of the home decor will be mainly featured on that other channel, the Decor Lady. And this glue is very hot, so make sure if you got a pair of sconces that you want to glamify and update, make sure that you be careful not to burn yourself. Now I'm just gluing that piece back on the bottom end, and I'm going to let you see what it's looking like. Now here's that other strip that I told you I was going to need, and you see it's got that little portion that is missing. And I got my other strip that I'm just adding in, and I'm going to just repeat the same steps all over again with adding that hot glue trim to that second edge for sure first. And two, if you're liking DIY number 5, drop me a comment, DIY number 5, and I know you're liking this DIY here. To everyone, please don't forget, if you're not a family member of the Glam Queen, I do need you to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell. Also like, comment, and share. It does help my channel. Thank you, everyone. Make sure within this video here that you get the full details for that 5K giveaway. And I want to thank each and every one of you for helping me reach that goal. And this is what the completed sconce look like. And I am going just to include a clip in for you to see how it's going to be semi-styled in her space. But you'll have to actually wait for the full reveal to see the whole entire space. Alright, for DIY number 6, we're going to do this turquoise and silver tea light holder. And my items are my tea light from Dollar Tree and my votive candle cup from Dollar Tree. I'm using Hobby Lobby embellishments, E6000s, and glue. Now I have clamped my pieces, and this metal piece on the bottom of the tea light actually separates. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that in the process of this DIY. First, I'm adding a little bit of my Fix All adhesive, or you can use E6000 or whatever glue of your choice. And I'm also adding in a little bit of hot glue. Now once I get my hot glue on, I'm just going to connect both of the pieces. Now I'm just connecting the pieces. And to everyone, in this compilation video, I'm going to show you several very simple and easy DIYs that's also very glam and modern. Now what I did was, once I got that bottom glued, I told you that piece was separate. I just pulled that top piece out and added my hot glue. Now this piece from Dollar Tree is actually a reversible candlelight holder. You can use it from the bottom end or the top, where it can use a tapered candle or a tea light candle. So I'm just adding it on to the other piece and adding pressure, and that's it. Now for step number 2, we're going to add our Hobby Lobby embellishments. I have separate ports I'm out, and I'm just going to hot glue them on. But before hot gluing them, I'm going to take my straight razor and clean off where the glue bulked out at. Now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my embellishments on, and I'm making sure I keep my piece clean. Now on your pieces, when you're gluing, make sure that you keep it less fingerprints on your pieces as possible. It would allow for your pieces to adhere better. And also I'm going to drop the link for this embroidery tool or this pick-me-up stick also in the description box. It is very handy when you're doing projects that requires you to use embellishments. Now again, I'm going to just glue these gems all the way around the vase. Now for this vase, everyone, I was making sure to glue all of my pieces close together. So in any DIY project, make sure you do what we call a dry run of looking at how your pieces should be placed on your items prior to you filming it. Alright, here's a useful tip for you crafters. You always see hand sanitizer on my crafting table. I use it on my hands a lot when I'm crafting, but I also use it to clean up glue webs and remove excessive handprints on my pieces as well. Now these pieces are finished, and this is what this turquoise mirrored candlelight holders look like, and they are also reversible as well. If you like this, drop number 6 in my comments. Now for DIY number 7, we're finna still make some elegant glittered vases, and I'm using that bowl from the Dollar Tree. Another milkshake mug, Mod Podge, glitter from Hobby Lobby and Hobby Lobby Gems. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to coat my milkshake mug with my Mod Podge. And I'm going to coat the whole entire mug with the Mod Podge. Now look at this beautiful design on this mug. And I'm going to be pouring on, and this is called Ice Blue Glitter, and it came from Hobby Lobby. I know it may be giving you turquoise vibes, but it's actually like a real true to life light blue color. And excuse me everyone for having my hands in the way of this clip here. Now I'm going to cover the rest of the glass with Mod Podge so we can completely glitter this whole entire glass. And we're going to just sprinkle the glitter over the rest of the portion of this milkshake mug. And 2, if you're watching and you still have not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. I do need you to hit that subscribe button. It actually helps support my channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, make sure you get the full details for that 5K subscriber giveaway also. And I was just making sure I coated that glass very well. And now I'm going to coat the top one, and we're just going to repeat the same steps all over again for the top of this fish bowl. It's actually a vase, but I always call them a fish bowl that came from the Dollar Tree. Now once we finish pouring this on, we're going to let these pieces dry. And now that our pieces have dried, we're finna to actually seal the glitter in. And I'm just applying Mod Podge over the whole entire bowl piece and that milkshake mug, I will do exactly the same as well. Just make sure you coat it well enough so you don't get any glitter fallout. And two, if you want to learn how to prevent glitter fallout, I dropped my video link down in that description box to show you how to prevent glitter fallout. Now that we have these pieces coated again, we let them dry for actually overnight, and we're finna to add on some gems to these vases. So all I'm going to do is I'm just positioning in my mind where I think these gems should go, and I'm just going to just hot glue them on. And I am actually creating a pattern style to how I am gluing the gems on. And I will also have the link for this pick-me-up sticker, this silhouette tool, in my description box as well. And this is what the gems are looking like. And I'm going to just finish it and add it on my second row of gems as well. Now that we have all the gems on, this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to actually glue this top to the bottom portion of this milkshake glass. And I'm just looking at the direction on how I want to glue it. And I'm only going to be using hot glue and a little bit of E6000. This glass has a rim as well. So I'm going to make sure I get a nice coat of that hot glue on the inside of the rim before I come back to add the hot glue to the rim portion of the glass so I can make my two pieces connect together. Now I got them glued together and I'm just cleaning up some excess glue. But this is what this piece is looking like. And if you know me, you know I had to make two. Drop me a comment, DIY number 7, if you like this DIY. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Alright, for DIY number 8, this is a vase upcycle, and this is a Ross vase. It was $12.99. So I'm going to be using silver glitter, gold glitter, and Mod Podge. Now I'm going to just glitter the vase, and I'm also having my paper already layered because I'm going to be pouring glitter everywhere. So first thing I'm going to do is get my mixture of my glitter the way I want it. I'm just mixing the silver and the gold together until I get what I want, and I'm going to be painting that on the vase. Now if you're going to mix glitters, just use the consistency that you like to get the color choice that you want. Now for step 2, all I'm going to do is just take my Mod Podge and paint it on the vase. And because the vase has grooves, you got to make sure that you get the Mod Podge in the grooves very well. And I'm just going to repeat this in phases until I get this vase painted. And then I'm just pouring in, and you will be able to see why I actually layered my paper all over my desk so that it can fall out, and I got enough coverage to save my glitter. But it's looking like this. And I'm just going to repeat these steps all over: Mod Podge, then glitter. Now make sure you leave me a comment for each DIY if you're watching to let me know which DIY you're actually favoring more. So this is DIY number 8. So just drop an 8 in the comment. If you like DIY 2 or 3, just drop the number 2 or 3 down in that comment section. And again, we're just pouring in the glitter. Now this is what this vase revamp look like. Make sure you drop a number 8 if this is your favorite vase thus far in this compilation. And look at the detailing of that mixed glitter on this vase. And we're gonna just glitter out the top as well. Alright, this is DIY number 9, and we're going to actually make some decorative candles. And you see my items. I'm using orange glitter, gold glitter, Mod Podge. Now I'm just going to mix my orange glitter and my gold glitter to get the color choice that I want. Now I'm going to just stir it together, and once you get the color choice that you want, you're just going to then apply it to your candle. And first I'm going just to take that Mod Podge and coat my candle first. Now this is a very simple DIY to recreate. Now if you like this DIY number 9, drop me a number 9 down in my comment section. And now I'm just going to pour that glitter onto the candle where I've already overlaid it with my Mod Podge. And I'm going to just do this until I completely cover the candle. And to everyone, if you like the compilation videos, just drop me a comment down in the comment section and just comment, keep them over the top. Every time I see keep them over the top, I know you'll like this type of content, and I'll bring you more of these types of videos. Now I'm going to just add my Mod Podge to the top of the candle, and I have a total of 6 of these, and I'm going to repeat this step for each and every one till I complete all 6. Now we're going to let this dry. Now I'm going to actually glam it up a little, and I am going to add some of that Hoochi bling strips. I'm going to drop their information down in the description as well. If you would like to purchase some of these at a discounted rate, make sure you hit that link, and you can get that 9,000 PCS sheet for $5.99, and you can get the 900 PCS sheet for $1.99. And that's it. This completes DIY number 9. Now for DIY number 10, I'm using this ice cream shake glass, this large bowl from the Dollar Tree, silver glitter, and my crushed glass from Michael's, my Mod Podge, and my paintbrush. Now too, you know, every time I use glitter, I always have something that I can catch my glitter, so I can still repurpose that glitter into another project. So I'm just painting this shake glass, and I'm going to coat it kind of heavy because I want my glitter to stick very well. So we're going to coat it, and I'm just going to paint my Mod Podge directly on till I get this ice cream mug coated. And this is going to be a very, very simple DIY to recreate. And 2, if you're not a family member of the Glam Queen of DIY, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tap that bell twice, and you'll know every time that I am uploading a video. Now that we have the glass covered, I'm just going to free pour my glitter, and I'm just pouring it all over the shake glass. Now too, if you're not familiar with using Mod Podge and glitter, I would tell you just to do this in stages, because I am overzealous because I have worked with the product a lot. And now we're getting ready to actually Mod Podge that bottom or the rim, the bottom lip, the bottom rim of the glass, so we can glitter it as well. Isn't this vase looking lovely? Alright, now we're finna do that top piece of the vase, and that is that Dollar Tree fish bowl and my Michael's crushed glass. Now I'm going to Mod Podge half of the fish bowl, and I'm going to kind of coat it semi-thick so I can pour on this crushed glass. Now I'm grabbing some of the crushed glass with my hand. If you're not familiar with this product, please make sure you wear gloves. But also too, everyone, when you're putting on your crushed glass on your on top of the Mod Podge, your pieces do have the tendency to slide. I just actually press mine down a little so I can keep them semi in place, but they'll still slide. So when you get finished and it starts to dry a little, you'll just have to come back and just add in more in the spots where it slid and you don't have any crushed glass. And that's it. We're going to repeat step 1 all over again, adding in that Mod Podge so we can completely cover this vase. Now we're adding that other crushed glass to the other half of the fish bowl. And like I say, it is already looking very pretty. We're going to just cover it and then let it sit to dry as well. Now this is that bottom piece already dried, and that top piece, and I've already started to actually put my seal on it. I actually poured in my crushed glass twice. So we're going to go ahead and get this piece ready, and I'm going to have to seal this bottom portion as well. Now I'm completely resealing the top so that my crushed glass will not be falling off. And so far, looking at the pieces, if you think you're going to be liking how this DIY look, drop me a number 10 down in the comment section, and I'll know you favor DIY number 10 over the rest. Now I'm just going to glue that ice cream mug onto that fish bowl. And all I'm using to do this is my hot glue. You always use the glue of your choice. I'm just using hot glue. And I'm making sure that I add a very thick coat of the hot glue, because this bottom of this milkshake mug has a ribbed bottom, so that I can make sure that bowl actually connects and holds to that mug. And once you get it positioned right, just add you a little bit of pressure. And you know I had to do 2 And here they are. They are truly gorgeous. You will have to go to the Decor lady to see these style, but I'm going to include a little clip.